I have Randall coming up next. You know, I like Randall's product because he's figured out a way to help a lot of different real estate agents so that they don't have to build their own apps. And so I think this is a neat product, and he's got some other cool stuff to show you. So, Randall?
Thanks, Doug. Good afternoon. For those of you that had money on Zenyatta or Alabama yesterday, my condolences. Sometimes the most effective technologies are those technologies that fit into existing behaviors. At VoicePad, what we've done is we've taken a different route to being able to provide updated current listing information to every mobile phone, irrespective if it has a mobile browser on it or not. One of the things that we've noticed as we've been building this over the last few years is outside of people that are trying to engage the mobile consumer in new and effective ways, what we've aspired to do is, well, how are they really trying to connect right now? And by and large, it's by the telephone. So what we've done, and we've done this a little bit at a time, is we've created the language of real estate. We've created the language one syllable, one word, one phrase at a time. And what we've done is we ended up with hundreds of thousands of voice files that will describe your property inventory in the entire market from any telephone. It's kind of a unique accomplishment for us. Once we finished the product in English, we began to go ahead and build Spanish. And we are on our way to building multiple languages that basically allows you to search any home from any phone. To give you a little example of what we've done and how this sounds, we've actually connected this audio files to the overhead speaker. And what I'd like to do real quickly is give you an idea. If you'll notice this, some of our friends at Simmon & Real Estate have allowed us to use their signage up here. What we're going to go through is what is the experience of a consumer when they're in front of a house. That is the ultimate mobile search conundrum, because as we all know, you go in front of a house that has a yard sign. Ooh, what about that house? Notice the number on the Simmon sign, info 24/7, call and enter the house number. Bear with me, I'm going to let you hear what listing data sounds like when it's converted to speech.
Good morning. Welcome to Simmon Realtors. From here, you can get audio and text info on virtually any property in the local market. Please enter the street number of the property to search, followed by the pound sign. To locate the house number, look next to the front door or on the mailbox.
Sounds simple, but sometimes simplicity helps you get the point across. And this is what listing data sounds like.
It is centrally located, 3-bedroom, 2 full baths. French Norman home is located in Springhurst. The property has an open house schedule on the following dates. Sunday, October 24th, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Interior features of this property include hardwood floors, 2 fireplaces, a formal dining room, granite countertops, and a luxury master suite. On the outside, this property features a lot with adjacent acreage available, an attached 2-car garage, and a swimming pool. Community amenities include close-by public parks and close proximity to shopping and dining. The approximate square footage of this property is 4,300 square feet.
As I mentioned before, we have hundreds of thousands of voice files. And when someone engages the sign, what we do is we assemble those voice files together in an instant to provide an updated property information. That was not a recording. That was 700 voice files put together in an instant. The beauty of this is that it always allows us to keep content updated and fresh. And everyone, whatever phone they have, can engage and get this information. As I mentioned before, and this doesn't go nearly as long, we've also replicated the information in Spanish for those of you that have Spanish-speaking home buyers. It's one of the most unique opportunities to engage these buyers that there is.
Esta casa francesa estilo Norman tiene 3 recámaras, 2 baños, está ubicada en Springhurst. Esta propiedad.
And actually, the Spanish, as good as the English was, the Spanish is even better. We built Spanish in a Castilian type of dialogue, it's not offensive to people on the West Coast or up in the Northeast. The next thing we're going to show you is we have the opportunity, once they're on the telephone, to deliver them a text message.
To arrange a showing for this property, press 1. If you would like me to text info on this property at your mobile number ending in 5538, press 2.
Now, as we move forward and you notice that the text message comes back and you'll notice that it says click here for pics. One of the most unique opportunities that we present is if you have mobile sites, if you have applications for BlackBerry or you have them for Android or you have them for iPhone, we're that delivery device to get that application to them while they're in the front of the yard.
If you would like me to text you links to download our smartphone application, press 5.
Now, what happens when they download that link, what we're doing is we're bringing them to a property page, and if we're working off of a full IDX feed, which we normally do with our broker clients, they basically can get on the mobile site and they can continue looking at properties. But because we delivered the link to them and we know the caller ID when they came in, we're actually tracking their activity through the mobile site, and we're doing all of this without any registration. And it's a pretty neat trick. And if you'll notice what we're doing, there are 3 types of technologies that work on a mobile phone in terms of delivering content. We'll go over that in a minute, but it's voice, it's text, and it's mobile broadband. What we do is we can supply all 3 and track all 3 behaviors. And as you can see on this map, when someone calls in and gets the information by phone, we're tracking it. If they ask for a text, we're tracking that. And if they continue on with the mobile sites that we provide, we'll be able to track the activity there as well. The ultimate goal of mobile search, if you have a product that will work on every single phone, you have the opportunity to advertise in a different way on a local basis. This is one of our customers, I think it's in Texas. They basically have put a billboard up, and it's very simple communication. Search any home from any phone. They dial the number, and all they really have to do when they're in front of a house is enter the house number, enter the street number. So if it's 2132 Mockingbird Lane, they simply enter 2132. If there's multiple properties, the automated attendant will say, I have 2 properties. I have 2132 Mockingbird Lane, press 1. For 2132 Ryan Lane, press 2. And this is how we deliver the mobile search component of what we do. When you look at the penetration rates of the 3 different types of services that consumers can get information, updated information on, we provide all 3 of those. But one of the most interesting components is instead of engaging or trying to engage on mobile broadband or on text messaging, we know that every phone out there can make a phone call. So what we do is we provide the information from an audible standpoint. We can send them a text message through the telephone. The beauty of this is that we can do this without a short code. It's kind of a neat trick. And finally, if they're on the text message and they want to click to rich content, we can deliver that as well. The key to delivering over 2 million curbside leads in the last 12 months, and this is over 300 of our brokerage clients, is the fact that we always engage with voice. We always engage in the language preference and in a way we know that will work on their telephone. One of the things about mobile search that shouldn't be any secret is the yard sign is the marker for mobile search. It always will be. The key to mobile search is to understand that it's very different than what happens when you search on a web. When you go to a normal website, we usually search by criteria. Tell me all of the houses that meet my criteria with at least 4 bedrooms, with at least 5 baths. In the mobile environment, it never begins that way. They're already in front of a house, and you know how it sounds. You're driving by, you see the yard sign as the marker. Ooh, I want information on that house. The big question is, now what? So that's the difference between a target search and a criteria-based search. What we're learning is the difference between mobile search and mobile lead generation is once you give them that information, are you able to let them search any other property from the same interface? We have chosen to basically work with the professional community and work within the rules of IDX because we think it's important to be able to search every single property from that interface, not just some properties. We think that this positions the professional community with a unique opportunity to seize the market in mobile search. This is why we've kind of made our tent with the brokerage and the MLS community. Thank you very much.
I thought that was